There are moments in life when the boundaries between reality and fantasy become blurred, leaving us questioning the nature of our existence and the possibilities that lie before us. In this story, we'll be taken on a journey to the enchanting realm of Elora, where ancient magic intertwines with the fates of two individuals whose lives are about to undergo a profound transformation. Prepare to be captivated by a tale that will challenge your perceptions and leave you pondering the true meaning of love, destiny, and the mystical forces that shape our world. So let's get started. Deep within the Emerald Forest, nestled amidst towering trees and mystical creatures, lived a young woman named Amara. Amara, a skilled huntress, was renowned for her ability to track any animal through the forest and her intimate connection with the natural world. Her days were filled with the thrill of the chase and the tranquility of the woods. However, a shadow loomed over her life, a deep-seated fear of commitment that stemmed from her past experiences. As night fell, casting long shadows across the forest floor, Amara sought solace in her cozy cottage. But even within the sanctuary of her home, she couldn't escape the haunting memories that plagued her dreams. In her slumber, she relived moments of betrayal and loss, each nightmare pushing her further into the depths of despair. These nightmares were not merely figments of her imagination. They were fragments of her past life. Memories of a former queen who had been unjustly stripped of her crown and banished from her kingdom. In that past life, Amaranth had been deeply in love with her loyal knight Theron. Their bond was unbreakable, forged in the fires of adversity as they fought side by side to protect their kingdom from the clutches of an evil sorcerer. But fate had a cruel twist in store. Sorcerer, consumed by an insatiable lust for power, cast a spell that shattered Amara's memories, turning her into a common huntress and stripping her of her royal lineage. The spell also cursed Theron, transforming him into a majestic white stag with antlers adorned with celestial stars. And so it was that Amara woke up every morning not knowing that she was a princess, and every night she would have nightmares about her lost kingdom and the love she had once shared with Sir Theron. Now, as centuries passed, the memory of her past life faded into oblivion. The only remnant of her former existence were the recurring nightmares that continued to haunt her sleep. But one fateful day, everything changed. While wandering through the forest, Amara stumbled upon a clearing where a magnificent white stag stood proudly. Its antlers were a sight to behold, shimmering with an otherworldly glow, as if adorned with stars from the night sky. As their eyes met, something stirred within Amara, a deep sense of familiarity that she couldn't shake off. It was as if she had known this stag for centuries. Inexplicable pull led her closer, and in that moment, the fragmented pieces of her past began to converge. The stag took a step towards her, and Amara felt a jolt of recognition course through her veins. Memories flooded back, bringing with them the weight of her former life as Princess Amara. Suddenly, the nightmares that had tormented her for so long made sense. They were echoes of her past, desperate whispers from her former self, seeking to be remembered. Overwhelmed with newfound emotions, Amara collapsed to her knees, tears streaming down her face as the truth of her existence crashed upon her like a tidal wave. She had found a part of herself that she never knew was missing, a piece of her soul that had been yearning for recognition. And as she cried out in anguish and joy, the white stag lowered its head and nuzzled her hand, offering comfort and solace. In that moment, Amara realized that this was no ordinary stag. It was Theron, her beloved knight from her past life, transformed by the same sorcery that had robbed her of her memories. With trembling hands, Amara reached out to touch Theron's ethereal form, her fingertips lingering on his shimmering antlers. As their bond deepened, a surge of magical energy coursed through them, breaking the ancient curse that had held them captive for so long. The forest around them shimmered, and the trees swayed in harmony as if celebrating their reunion. But their moment of triumph was short-lived. For lurking in the shadows, watching their every move, was the evil sorcerer Malcor, the mastermind behind the curse. Consumed by envy and a lust for power, Malcor had woven a spell that not only severed Amara and Theron's memories, but also trapped their souls, keeping them apart for eternity. But now that their connection had been rekindled, Malcor sensed the impending loss of his power, and he would stop at nothing to maintain his hold over the forest and its inhabitants. As Amara and Theron embraced, their love for each other growing stronger with each passing moment, they knew that they had to act quickly. To break the final curse and restore their past life, they needed the help of someone who possessed the knowledge and power to unravel Malcor's dark magic. Their search led them to an ancient hermit named Eldrin, who was rumored to possess forbidden lore and arcane wisdom. Deep within his secluded abode, surrounded by dusty tomes and cryptic artifacts, Eldrin listened intently to their tale of woe. When Amara and Theron revealed the true extent of Malcor's curse and their desperate need for assistance, Eldrin's weathered face etched with concern. He finally agreed to help them. But his aid came at a price. To break the curse, they would need an artifact of immense power, the Starlit Amulet, which was hidden in the very heart of Malcor's domain. The amulet was said to contain fragments of starlight, imbued with the power to restore lost memories and mend broken souls. But retrieving it would be a perilous task. Malcor had fortified his lair with a labyrinth of dark magic, guarded by creatures of the night. Despite the danger, Amara and Theron were resolute. Love and determination fueled their steps as they ventured into the sorcerer's lair, determined to reclaim their past and break the curse that had haunted them for so long. The lair was a place of shadows and whispers, where the very air crackled with malevolent energy. As Amara and Theron navigated the treacherous paths, they faced fearsome creatures that emerged from the darkness, eager to hinder their quest, but their courage never wavered. Theron's keen senses and battle prowess proved invaluable as he fought off the creatures of the night. Buying time for Amara to navigate the winding corridors, meanwhile, Amara's intimate knowledge of the forest, gained through years of hunting, allowed her to decipher the cryptic clues hidden within the sorcerer's lair. Each step brought them closer to the source of the curse, and with it, the hope of restoring their past life. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, they found it, the Starlit Amulet. Resting on a pedestal at the end of a long, dark hallway, its soft glow illuminated the darkness, offering a beacon of hope in that desolate place. But as Amara reached out to touch it, a wave of dark energy surged forth, coalescing into the form of Malcor himself. The final confrontation had arrived. With a menacing grin, Malcor unleashed bolts of dark energy, forcing Amara and Theron to flee deeper into the bowels of his lair. Through secret passages and hidden chambers, they raced, pursued by the relentless sorcerer and his shadowy minions. Each twist and turn of the labyrinth threw them into uncharted territories, testing their resilience and determination. Yet amidst the chaos, Amara and Theron's love for each other only grew stronger. They fought side by side, their hearts pounding in unison as they dodged Malcor's attacks and navigated the treacherous terrain. Finally, they reached a dead end, and Malcor closed in, his eyes gleaming with triumph. But just as all hope seemed lost, the Starlit Amulet, sensing the imminent danger, burst forth with a brilliant light, banishing the shadows and revealing a portal shimmering in the distance. With a surge of adrenaline, Amara and Theron raced toward the portal, leaving Malcor and his minions trapped in the darkness. As they stepped through, the world shifted and reformed around them. They found themselves standing in the heart of the Emerald Forest, the familiar trees and mystical creatures welcoming them back. But this time, it was different. The forest hummed with renewed energy as if rejoicing in the breaking of Malcor's curse. Now that they were free from Malcor's clutches, Amara and Theron's true forms began to reveal themselves. The memories that had been stolen from them returned, flooding their minds with the essence of who they truly were. Amara remembered her life as Princess Amara, while Theron's human form shimmered back into existence, his regal bearing and valiant spirit restored. In that moment of reunion, their love for each other blossomed anew, deeper and more profound than ever before. They embraced, tears of joy streaming down their faces, as they realized that their destinies were forever intertwined. Hand in hand, they walked towards the horizon, ready to embrace their true selves once more. As the sun set over the Emerald Forest, casting long shadows that danced among the ancient trees, Amara and Theron stood before their subjects, their return heralded by the joyous cheers of the people. Once again, they were reunited with their kingdom, their love serving as a beacon of hope and unity. Together, they would rule with wisdom and compassion, ensuring that their kingdom would flourish and the bonds of love and unity would forever reign. So ends the tale of Amara and Theron, a saga of love, loss, and the indomitable spirit of the human heart. May their story serve as a reminder that true love knows no bounds, and that even in the darkest of times, hope and remembrance can pave the way for a brighter future.